Hello, everyone. It's me, Richard Lewis Brown. Today's April 17th, 2021. I've been doing videos all day. I did one earlier this morning about 3 a.m. in the morning for CDCR and for people that work in the state hospitals up and down the state of California, for our custodians and any state employee represented by our union that works around the clock and works on the weekends. As you know, I'm Richard Lewis Brown, and I seek your support to become the new Local 1000 president. If you haven't received your ballot by today, there's a great chance you'll receive it on Monday or Tuesday of next week. This is the most important election in our Local 1000 history. As you know, I'm the only candidate that's going to reduce your dues by 50%, give you instant savings because we're going to create a new culture of excellence for our union. That's right, reduce your dues by 50% on day one. Don't let no one tell you that I can't do this. I can do this. Also, we're getting out of politics altogether. We're going to unify our union. We're going to get our non-members to come back and be dues-paying members again. We're not going to be involved in any type of social justice, racial justice, Black Lives Matter, Fight for 15, open borders, anything that's outside of contract negotiations and job representation, we will not take part of when you elect me as your Local 1000 president. That's a guarantee. So I'm doing this late video for anyone that's still up, because I told you from the very beginning many years ago, I'm going to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to give you my very best. You are my boss, not the politicians. Please never accept that myth that the politicians are our bosses. We're taxpayers, we're voters. We're their bosses. Don't believe the myth, the myths, the lies, the deception that our current Local 1000 president since 2008 has given you. She's deceived, she's lied, she's bamboozled you, she's hustled you, she's paralyzed you with her pathetic psychology. I call it the pestilence of pathetic psychology of just giving up our money. She gave up our money in the furlough fiasco. She gave up our money in the POP 2010, 2012. And remember in 2012, when she gave up our money through that vote, we were under a signed contract. She has never, ever fought for you. When she tells you that she's going to fight for you, that's a lie. When these other candidates tell you they're going to fight for you, that's a lie. Because they tell you that politics matters. As long as we're involved in politics, we will never accomplish anything. This quote word of change that they always use, they're not going to change anything. They're going to make you think that they're fighting for you, but they're not. The only person that's going to fight for you and get things done and create a new culture for Local 1000 is Richard Lewis Brown. I've been saying this for years. This is my third attempt, my third election to win this presidency. I've never given up. I've always been an outspoken critic since 2012. I became a job steward in August of 2010. After I became a dues-paying member in July of 2010, I got hired on June 8th, 2009 in EDD in San Jose, working the unemployment call center, during those rough times. And a good friend of mine asked me to go to a union meeting. We decided to join the union, and then we became job stewards in August of 2010 in Oakland, California. Now, I work for the California Debt and Investment Advisory Commission in downtown Sacramento. People have been asking that question all day today. I've been answering phone calls from people. I got my ballot today. I told you a few weeks ago, I'm not endorsing anyone. I voted for myself. You don't have to vote for every person on here. As long as you vote for at least one person on here, your ballot will be counted. At least one person, you have to hit one spot on here. Now, whoever is elected in the VP positions, I will work with. You have my word on that. I'll put it in writing. I've already did that on Facebook. I will not reduce their union leave. I will treat them with the utmost respect because I will respect their voters. I'm secure in my manhood. I'm secure in my abilities. I don't have to take away your union leave to minimize you because I lack confidence in my ability to lead and work with confrontational people. Okay? That's on record. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., Robert Bays, running for VP of Bargaining, has asked me to do a YouTube Zoom meeting that's going to be live on YouTube, on my channel and on his channel. My channel is Richard Lewis Brown. And it's going to be a live from the Zoom meeting. Should be very interesting. This is his second time talking to me. The first time I had a Facebook Live a few weeks ago, he came on and we had a great conversation. So I look forward to a great conversation tomorrow. Now, please vote in this election. Don't take this ballot, this return envelope, and make sure that you sign it. Don't take these things and just throw them out. Don't disregard this. It comes with a voter's booklet, okay? Read it, make a decision, okay? Don't act like this is not important. You voted in the 2020 election. I'll bet my life on it. 99% of you voted in the 2020 election. Don't turn around and not vote in this election. If you want to, quote, have change or create a new culture in America, you must vote. Anytime you have the privilege to vote, you must vote in this country. Nothing happens in this country without voting, okay? And a lot of you people are caught into this racial justice situation right now. That's fine in your personal life. But in the union, we will be focused under my leadership just on money, getting you as much money as possible. So if you want to spend some of your money with this 21% pay increase, I'm going to get you a GOP and COLA for social justice causes in the future, you'll be able to financially afford it. Okay? Something that's really important with this. Some of you are watching these court trials on TV, and it hurts your heart. Hurts my heart as well. But I want you to understand something about justice in America. You're watching these court trials. You're on Facebook making opinions. But I want you to understand that that jury was picked from registered voters who did not give up on America, who did not give up on the judicial system. They were registered voters that were picked, and then they were picked again. They brought the pool of potential jurors in, and then both the prosecution and the defense agreed together on who was going to take part of that jury. But those are registered voters who did not give up on the judicial system of America, nor did they give up on the country. Registered voters. Therefore, I'm asking you tonight, almost 12 o'clock on April 17th, to not give up on Local 1000. Okay? Please do not give up. Do not lose hope. We can create a new culture for Local 1000. We can create the 2-term limits for all elected positions so we don't have the same people getting elected doing the same job, giving you the same status quo. Okay? We're going to take care of our staff. We're going to make sure the Local 1000 staff are no longer involved in political campaigns. They can do their job, protect you in the workplace. We can stop overworking them doing all these other things that they shouldn't be concerned with. And we're going to give them retiree health care. Why? Because I'm Richard Lewis Brown, and I'm not a hypocrite. When someone tells you that we have retiree health care because we're a union and we work for the state of California, but our staff at Local 1000 that represents us when we have problems in the workplace, we can't give them guaranteed retiree health care, that's hypocrisy. But that's the leadership of Yvonne Walker, a hypocrite. That's hypocrisy. When you elect me president, that 3.5% OPEB that starts next July, on July 1st, 2022, when this contract expires on June 30th, 2023, on this next contract, we will not be paying OPEB. We will get a 21% pay increase with GO pay and COLA for everyone, not just for those 4 counties on this current contract where those people collect $250 extra a month. No, we're all going to get it. Okay? Now, I know for some people, 21% is not enough money. I'm sorry. This is what I promised. This is part of my 10-point platform, along with financial transparency, along with voting transparency, real voting transparency. You know, where the Local 1000 president won't be in charge of the election. Election protests won't go through her. And then it won't go down to the elections committee that was appointed by her, the incumbent, the Local 1000 president. All that's going to change because that leads to corruption. That leads to favoritism, nepotism. And it's always that perception that there's something going on. Someone said today they got their ballot in, and it said on there, one of the people in her DOC, their name was on the ballot, but she had withdrew her name, and to disregard that. Well, that's funny because nominations had to be in by February 8th. And to withdraw your name was by February 12th. And so if the ballot was printed with her name on it, did they print the ballots before February 12th, after February 8th? Or did she withdraw her name after February 12th, the deadline to withdraw her name? And then they printed up the ballot. They printed up the ballots, but then she withdrew her name after that. Who's to say? But when things like this happen and it goes up on Facebook, it raises questions. And that's why people don't trust our voting process. But it does not matter. We will not make any excuses for not turning out to vote. Stop making excuses. Get up. Vote. We had a record turnout in this 2020 general election in November. Joe Biden, produced massive votes. And if he had not produced massive votes, Donald Trump produced more votes this time than he did last time. He would have been reelected. But that massive voter turnout is what got Biden in office. And by the way, it was his third attempt to run for president. His third attempt. This is my third attempt to run for president of Local 1000. And that's why I'm fired up and I'm passionate. I'm giving you this late night video because I care about everybody represented by Local 1000, and everybody doesn't work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or 7 to 4. Some of us are working outside of those hours. I'm here for you. If you see this video, I hope that you share this video with your coworkers. This video will be on my website, createexcellence7437.com. All my videos are on my website. They're also on my YouTube channel, Richard Lewis Brown. I'm the one that started doing videos years ago. The only reason why these other candidates, including the incumbent, Yvonne Walker, do videos because they follow Richard Lewis Brown. I want you to remember that. I was doing videos in 2015. That's when they started doing videos. Up to then, they wouldn't do any videos. They want to be transparent. They still don't want to be transparent. They still won't debate me because they don't want to debate the truth. And the truth is, our union has failed you time and time and time again. I'm not going to fail you. Okay? There's no crying. We got to get aggressive. We got to get focused. We can't lose hope. Keep the faith. Put our heads down. Work together. Create the strike fund and use the strike fund. And then we can obtain a quality contract. We're going to hire some real professional labor experienced college educated negotiators. These contracts we've been getting since 2008, even before 2008, these contracts, let's just be honest, they suck. They suck. Listen to this. The most important part of our contract, outside of our scheduled salaries that we didn't get on time because Yvonne Walker won't fight for you, is our dignity clause, 5.11. If you look at that dignity clause, the final decision maker is Cal HR. Cal HR does not represent us. They represent management. But the most important part of our contract, outside of our money, is the dignity clause. And yet Cal HR is in charge of that. They decide about our dignity. When I'm elected president, Cal HR will never be the final decision maker in any part of our contract. It's silly. This is a 50-50 partnership. No more, no less. There is no state of California without us. 12 public sector unions, we're the most important. Don't you never doubt it. You've been told for too long that you're lazy, you're unintelligent, you don't work hard, you don't want to be successful. Those are lies. Those are lies, lies, lies. Lies. You are important. You are intelligent. You do work hard. You're not respected in the workplace. And the public feels like you're overpaid. That's a lie. When the public is doing good and they're making up tons of money, they laugh at you and they criticize you because they know you don't make that much money. When times get bad and they don't have those high-paying jobs and their 401ks hit the wall, then they look at you and they frown and they want to roll their eyes at you and say that you're making too much money and you have a guaranteed pension because you're making slow money, but you're making guaranteed money for life when you retire so you can have some dignity. Then they want to talk about you and take away your pension, reduce your pension. Bogus. Bogus. That's how they feel about you. When I become the president, we're going to address the public. We're going to send them a message they'll never forget because we're going to shut this state down. We're going to negotiate in good faith because once our contract expires on June 30th, 2023, and we negotiate in good faith and we reach a legal impasse, we can go on strike. And why don't people understand this? I have told people this over and over and over and over again. And I'm not lying, and I know what I'm talking about. And Yvonne Walker has never questioned me. She's never challenged me. She's never said that's not true, because she knows it's true. Why is it I'm always telling you stuff that she refuses to refute, that she cannot legally refute? Because she knows that I know what I'm talking about. And when she tells you politics matters, that's just a way to deceive you, okay? That's to condition you that when the politicians want your money, you give her the okay to give up your money. That's just silly. Silly, silly, silly. And these politicians that can't agree on anything, these Democrats and Republicans, somehow, some way, mysteriously, they have bipartisan support to take your money, 2 days of pay for 2 scheduled years. This time it's only going to be for 1 year because Gavin's trying to save his ass. They have bipartisan support. Take your money. But they didn't give up a dime. They prioritized and protected their money, their dignity, their families. Their kids are still in private school. How are your kids doing? Are they back in school yet? How's those public schools working out for them? And I'm not speaking out against the teachers union. They do their job because I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to dish the teachers union. I am not going to talk bad about the police union. I'm not going to talk bad about nobody else's union. I'm going to get my own union together. Okay? So when people want to talk about things, watch how you talk about these other unions. Because we're a union. Don't throw rocks at those other unions. Show some solidarity. Under my leadership, we're going to get all of this straightened out. That's a guarantee. I'm guaranteeing you this. And when these people tell you, people on Facebook, talking about Richard's delusional, Richard's angry. You know, they use all those racist statements because I'm a black man and I speak with passion in my voice and they don't like that. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing changing. I'm standing by my platform. My platform, my 10-point platform, that's my contract to you. People have tried to get me to budge, to say that I can't do any of those points on my 10-point plan. I'm not budging. I'm a man of my word. When I wrote that thing, I knew exactly what I was writing. When I did that brochure, I knew exactly how I wanted it to be, and I was not wrong. Okay? We lost money in the past. If you keep electing these same people who've been trained, influenced, mentored, educated by this person called Yvonne Walker, you'll get the same result. You'll get the same result. Status quo. You'll continue to lose money in the future. You won't have any dignity in the workplace. You'll be fighting for a livable wage because that's what poor people fight for. Poor, uneducated people, they fight for a livable wage. A livable wage means you're living day to day, you have no savings, and you need the government and the politicians to save you. That's what that means. That's the translation of a livable wage. Do you hear rich people? Do you hear people who are successful in life talking about a livable wage? Do you hear real unions talking about a livable wage? No, it's stupid. If you're in a union, you have a substantial wage so you can take care of your family for a specified period of time in a safe working environment without being abused by your bosses. And most importantly, with that substantial wage that you're making, you should be able to put your kids through college. Because I know you love your kids. And I know you want your kids to go to college. Because college is not overrated. You ask any person, do you want your kid to go to college? And they'll tell you yes. Yes. You need money. You don't need racial justice. You don't need social justice. What you need here in Local 1000, you need some financial justice. And you need some dignity in the workplace. Just those two issues. It's just that simple. All this other stuff is just foolishness. When I'm the president, this affiliation with SEIU, Washington, D.C., that $15 million a year that we spend with them, done. We're done. On day one, we're done. Done. Okay? When I get that charter agreement, and I can show you, I'm going to post a charter agreement of how much money we pay international to carry their name, to carry out their agendas. Okay? It's not just the direct money, indirectly, when we use our staff at Local 1000 to carry out these political agendas and political campaigns and all this, taking them away from their real job. See, all of this is money. It's more than really 50%. It's a lot higher than that. We're going to get rid of that. And that's why I can reduce your dues by 50%. And when these people tell you that we can't reduce the dues, they don't want to reduce the dues. They like the status quo. Because Yvonne Walker is doing something for these people. She either has bought them something, she's put them on full-time union leave. You know, they're getting perks from Local 1000. Remember about Randy Stan? He's running for the organizing representation with Yvonne Walker on her slate. He's the DLC president. Now, you know, he's from Canada. And when his visa expired a couple years ago, he was out of the country for 10 months. He let his visa expire. He had to go back to Canada. He was on union leave. But guess what? We still paid his salary. I guess he was telecommuting from Canada. I can't make this up. But we still paid his salary. When I become the president, those types of situations will no longer happen. It's not going to be no more of these overseas trips to Hawaii, Ireland, Germany, or anywhere else. No. All that's foolishness. All that's going to come to an end. And by the way, when I tell you these other candidates don't care about you, let me show you the prime example of one. Tony Owens is running for president. Now, he cried because as the VP of bargaining, he said Yvonne wouldn't let him do anything. He was supposed to be so smart and so savvy and so intelligent, but he couldn't get anything done. He didn't go to the meetings on time. And then he used the company credit card to get his car out of impound in 2019. See, that's the story he's not telling you. So this person wants to run and be the president of the union, but he used the company credit card for his own personal use. That's who he is. When they tell you he couldn't go to meetings on time, that was the truth about Tony Owens. How do I know that? Because when he tried to recall Latrice Smith back in 2015 in November, I was part of a recall to get Yvonne Walker and her little cronies out of office because they tried to get the salary stipend. That was the first recall we tried. On the recall petition, guess whose name's first? The leader, Richard Lewis Brown. That's me. We failed, but we were close. We were close to getting them out of there. After that, on that day, the attorney at Local 1000, Paul Harris, asked me to stay after for the next recall because the person that was running that recall wasn't on time. And I said, okay. About 30 to 45 minutes into that recall count, guess who shows up late? First time I met this person. His name was Tony Owens. He couldn't even come to his own recall on time. That was his lack of responsibility. That's who he is. These are the examples of these people running for statewide office. And I told you about MTC. They told you they wouldn't take the salary stipend in 2018, 2019. They took the salary stipend. Now they're telling you they won't take the salary stipend while they're taking the salary stipend. You know, these are the examples of these people. Miguel Cordova, who's running for president, and he has these other bunk chairs, because he's the bunk chair of 21. Kim Coward is running with him to be VP of bargaining. She's the bunk chair of 17. Louisa Luma, bunk chair of 20. She's running to be the organizing representation. These two people, these two bunk chairs, along with Miguel Cordova, who's a bunk chair, are running for statewide office. You realize these three individuals voted with Yvonne Walker to give up your money. They got the audacity to now run for statewide office after giving up your money, 2 days of pay for 2 straight years that Gavin had to end after the first year because he's trying to save his ass from being recalled. But these people have the audacity to want to run for office and tell you it's the right choice, it's the right time for them. Crazy. Simply crazy. Just craziness. But they tell you that I'm the one that's crazy because I want to get us out of politics. I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. I'm passionate about it. I don't have to produce slick videos. My videos are unscripted, unedited, unrehearsed. You know that. Half the time, sometimes my internet's bad. Sometimes you can't see me. Sometimes the video breaks up. You know my videos are live. You know. With that being said, wait, I see a comment. That's a great point. Now, I talked about earlier the stipend money. Sophia Perkins, I know, wants the stipend. Now, she's gone on video and told people that she's not going to take the stipend. This is the same person that used to work hand in hand with Yvonne Walker years ago. She's part of these bad contracts from the past. Then she leaves Yvonne Walker, gets with MTC, breaks her loyalty to Yvonne, goes to MTC. She loses. They win. Kevin and Annika and Tony Owens. And then she rats them out because Annika, they decided as a team to take the salary stipend, but only Annika's eligible to take it. She rats them out. That's who she is. And then she tells me in the secret meetings she wants that salary stipend. I know she wants it. I don't know if she's loyal to MTC or not. I don't know. That team's all whatever. Because Tony left them because, quote, Kevin Menninger was prejudiced and Kevin was never going to vouch for another black person to run for president. That's just, it's, everybody has character faults. I mean, I got character faults. We all have character faults. Just because Kevin's a little prejudiced, welcome to America. I know a lot of people who are prejudiced. I know some people who are actually racist. I still get along with them. I mean, I serve the country. So I've been around a lot of different types of people. This is MTC, but she's running. Point is, this year she'll make close to $46,000. If we had got our pay increase on July 1st, 2020, that 2.5%, along with this pay increase, she'll be making close to $46,000. But the trick to Sophia Perkins, let me read this to you because I want to make sure I have this number right. If Sophia Perkins is elected president, her salary stipend, $81,624. Her regular salary, close to $46,000. Do you see this? I'm already on record. When I win the election, them 3 VPs, they're not getting no salary stipend. I'm not signing for it. If they try to go around me, go ahead. Who's going to sign for it? I have to sign for it as the president. Now, this is who I am. Some people don't like me. Some people say I'm too direct. I'm too serious. Other people just take shots at me. They say I don't have the experience to lead the union. And I tell people I don't have the experience working with corruption. I don't have the experience of putting people on full-time union leave and keeping them on full-time union leave for years and years and years. I don't have the experience of giving up your money under a signed contract. I have the experience of having common sense. I have the experience on willing to die for this country. And I'm going to die for you. And you don't have to pay me extra money for it because I'm volunteering for this. You just pay me my regular salary. See, when Yvonne Walker first ran years ago in 2008, one of her big goals, her big platform points was she wasn't going to take a salary stipend because the CSEA president, Perry Kenney, was taking a salary stipend, and she was against that. And then after she got in power, she wanted that money. See, you have to be a very special type of person to get in a position of power and not let money, drugs, sex, all these vices destroy you. You have to, either be touched by God or be a little touched. You have to be a little different. I'm telling you, on Genevieve Maud Brown's ashes, January 6, 1996, 9:30 p.m. on the south side of St. Louis, I'm not going to hustle you. I'm not going to steal your money. You're going to get the best of the Perkins Brown I can give you. And the Perkins Brown, we're good when it comes to money. I'm going to give it to you. All 12 days. And 2 more days in memory. I'm going to give it to you strong. I'm going to give it to you. And the thing is, people know that about me. That's why they're saying my name. And I'm against discrimination against white people who are Republicans and other political parties, because you should have the right to vote in our union and you shouldn't be forced to pay for it. You should not be forced to pay a poll tax. That's discrimination. And I'm not a hypocrite. And I'm not politically correct. And I can call things the way I see it. And no one can define me or define my status as an American or as an African American. I know my status. I know who I am. I know when I wake up every day what I got to do to survive. I don't need you or anyone else to tell me. I've been at this game for almost 52 years. Come this year, I've been around the block. Okay? Now, I'm going to cut this video short. I've said a lot, talked kind of fast. Hope you keep up. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back at it again, talking a gang. More passion, more energy, and I got all this information. I've been holding this information back. I've been pulling these pictures down on these people. You wait till tomorrow. I got more videos coming, and I'm going to really open up on these people. You tell all your coworkers, this Richard Lewis Brown, he do a lot of talking, but I like what he says, and I can't shake him. And all these people on Facebook who are trying to diss me and talk all this stuff at me, you ain't ready for this, and you know it. And when these people tell you that politics matters, really? See, no one can answer this question. We lost our money, but the politicians at the Capitol, they still eating at Morton's. They still whining and dining. COVID ain't slowing them down. They're unaffected at all. They didn't lose a dime. But you gave up your money. See, in the street life, they call that you just got hustled. You just got took, and you don't even know it. These politicians are playing you left and right, and you can't even see it. They got you so divided racially, financially, you can't see straight. They really got you in a bag. And you don't need a college education like I have from Arizona State University. You don't need that to see this hustle. Wake up. Wake up. The revolution is here, and it will be televised. Wake up. Okay, I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Thank you for your time, and I'm going to see you here in a few hours. I'm just getting started. Thank you. Have a great night. Get up early. All right.